Okay, so we're back. Hanging around TikTok. The subject is about a recipe that has gone viral. There's a creator by the name of Logan, who made this viral cucumber recipe, and everybody started wanting to try it. He used a device called like a mandolin, which is basically like a cutter that you take. It has a device where you have like a handle for your hands so you don't, use your own hands, and then you cut it. And a couple people started reporting that they got injured using what you call the mandolin, which is like a cutting device. I didn't know, but fast fact, the same guy that invented the mandolin is a French inventor who invented the guillotine as well. So anyways, this creator decided to say that, oh yeah, I tried to cut the cucumbers on the mandolin, and I cut my hand and I might lose my pinky and da da da. And people are like, girl, like it has a safety apparatus for you to use with it. And then she's like, she didn't know what it was before. And you know what, to be honest, that I used to, we used to do that when I was little, cutting vegetables, cucumbers, like carrots, like anything. But anyways, as far as if you let her tell a story, this thing was invented like recently, and she said she didn't know what it was, so she didn't know that it would cut her finger or what have you. I don't know if she was actually I wouldn't call it rage bait because she's not trying to make people angry, but it's like frustration bait, like doing something that's obviously ridiculous. And then like, anyways, she gives her explanation. But first I'm going to post like what this whole recipe was about that everybody was trying to copy. And then her explanation, she claims that this was Logan's instrument or something like that. Like it has something to do with the creator, when this thing has been around for like eons, and it was invented like how many centuries ago by a French inventor that made the guillotine. So I don't know, but anyways, she claims that she tried to use it and she cut her hand, and she may lose her pinky because of the amount of damage to that, that finger, and they're thinking of, amputating. But this is very interesting.
My cucumber of the day today is California roll. So there's imitation crab, avocado, Kewpie mayo, whipped cream cheese, sesame seeds, soy sauce, and MSG, obviously. It's a full one today, so I'm gonna show you guys the shaking process. I'll speed it up starting now. Okay, that wasn't as bad as I thought it would be. Oh, that looks good. Well, this one is really juicy. Well, I'm also gonna have it on some pieces of seaweed. Cucumber literally goes with everything.
Making this video because my doctor just informed me that I might lose nerve in my pinky and I may not ever feel it again. Or worse, I can lose it. I just left the urgent care and I went there because about 2 weeks ago I wanted to do the Logan cucumber video, and I wanted to make that cucumber salad that he has been posting everywhere, all on his social media. So I went and got all of the products that I needed, the cutting device, the handheld cutting device, all of the items. The only thing I did not get was a glove, which now I'm regretting so poorly. But I will say that the reason why I'm making this video is because using that cutting device, people need to stop using that product. That product should be discontinued. I'm gonna put it right here, but it has literally caused me life-changing problems. Right about 2 weeks ago, I came home after getting all the products, and then I started making the cucumber salad. I don't know if I'm an idiot. Maybe I am an idiot. If I am, I'm sure you guys will tell me this. But I came home and I started making the cucumbers, and they were literally, the device worked perfectly well. And as I'm making it, I guess my hand slipped and I completely took off the entire side of my pinky. I went there and they said they could not stitch it because it was so badly wounded that there was nothing that they could actually stitch together because the skin was completely gone. So They gave me glue, sent me home, and I was supposed to wait for it to heal. So during the healing process, I ended up having a puncture. I didn't realize that then, but when I followed up with my doctor said that I had a puncture in my, and my doctor was basically like, you have an infection and it's hit a nerve, so now we have to put you on medication. And I had an infection cream. So basically I went home, I started using the product, and then yesterday, and randomly in the middle of the evening, I started to have sharp, extreme pains going up my entire arm, to where it felt like it was lightning going up my arm. And then eventually, once that stopped, I completely lost feeling in my hand, all the way from my pinky to my ring finger, and then it went all the way up to my shoulder. And at that point I was like, something's not right. Obviously this is an infection, but something's not right. So I just left the urgent care, because I just felt like going back to the emergency room. They were not very helpful. They just glued it up and sent me on my way, which is rightfully so, because it's an emergency room. So I just went to the urgent care, did an x-ray, and that's when he informed me that I had really punctured my my pinky, and I actually not only infected, he said the inside of my finger was infected, and I also infected my bone. So I don't know how it got into my bone. I don't even understand the whole medical issues or whatever, but it has caused me to lose feeling in my finger. So he has recommended a hand doctor for me to go to, and I'm supposed to be hearing back from them next week. But this is so life-changing for me. Like, I am literally left-handed. I use my hand for everything, and the fact that this all is going on, thousands of dollars in medical bills is going on for simply using a cucumber cutting device. So you don't really know how much you need your pinky until you are in a position where your pinky stops working. So that's where I'm at now. Anyways, be safe. Okay, I appreciate the comment, but the only reason why I used Logan's name was because I found this device from his page. I did not know about this device before that. I knew using my knife. I never saw this device until I saw it on Logan's page. That's the only reason why I mentioned. And then when I went to the doctor's office today, he not only told me that multiple people have used this device after watching his video and have come in with the same type of cut and wound. It was important for me to say something. I'm not directing the blame at him. I'm saying that the item, the way he is using the item, and the product that he is using, the way the product is being used, most people like myself use it the same exact way. That if you choose to use this item, you need to be careful. If not, I don't think this item should be used. I think this item is very dangerous. My doctor told me it was very dangerous. He said so many people have literally come with the same injury. He recommended that I use another cutting device where you drop the vegetables in it and not even have to touch it or shave it down. It's not. He also said that it ranges from multiple people getting this type of injury. It's not just people who barely know how to cook or barely use a device. It's chefs. It's people that literally are experts in the kitchen, because this thing can happen to anyone. Accidents do happen. It is my fault. I'm not putting the blame on Logan. I am putting the blame on myself. But I am going to say, after doing research, I found out that this is a very dangerous use. I didn't even know it was called a mandolin. I'm not in the cutting business. I don't cut things. Usually I buy things pre-cut. So I was very excited to use this device, but I did find this device from his videos. That's the truth. I'm not blaming Logan. It's not his fault. He didn't make the device, and I don't want to put that message out there. The reason why I put it in my title is because I got it from his video. He is an influencer. He influenced me to get this. It was his influence. Nobody was making cucumber salads until Logan started making cucumber salad. This is not any hate towards that man. Like, I am just trying to make it aware that apparently I am not the only one with this injury. Unfortunately, my injury might be worse than others, but I am not the only one with this injury. It's important to let people know that, hey, I did make a mistake as well cutting cucumbers or any vegetable with that. Handheld devices are probably not the safest unless you are an extreme expert, and even an expert can still have an accident. That's all I'm trying to say. And I appreciate you saying you hope I feel better, because there's a lot of nastier comments that I just had to start blocking. Have a little bit more remorse and respect. Let's all be human beings, because I am as well a human. Again, this is the number one thing that I said, and that is why I use Logan's name. I use Logan's name because I actually followed his video through and through. Yes, I know that there was an item, a handheld item attached to it, but what did I do? I got influenced. I copied him, and yes, that was my fault. I probably should have never used the device the way he was using it. But did I think it looked easy? Yes. Am I human? Yes. Do people make this mistake? Yes, 1,000%, because I went to the doctor's office office, and the doctor informed me that so many people have used this device the same way, and you're not the only one. Matter of fact, the doctor did. So what I'm saying is not blaming Logan. I'm not blaming Logan. I'm using Logan because literally it's been a uppour of people having injuries after watching that video because of the way he is using the device. It's not, and if you are ignorant to certain cutting devices like myself, I did not know this was a mandolin. I don't know that, and I clearly said that in the video, and I clearly said it is my fault. You guys got to stop telling me it's my fault in the comments. I am constantly taking ownership of it, but what I'm trying to say is that accidents like this can happen even higher when you're using a device like this after copying the video of his. That is all I'm saying. This is not Logan's device, and y'all, a lot of y'all are attacking me in the comments, and it's crazy to me. And I took ownership of it. So why the need to say it again? Not one time in the video did I mention it was anyone's fault but my own. I said to probably stop using the product because after finding out that most people have the same injuries from using this product, it made sense to talk about it. I'm not yelling at the person that made the comment. I'm just speaking in general because there's a lot of comments in here mentioning that, oh, stop blaming Logan. It's your fault. It's your fault. How many times are y'all going to say that to y'all black and blue in the face? Like, we know that clearly. But the device is not the safest device to use. The mandolin is not the safest cutting device to use. I'm sorry, it's not. I've already addressed this. I've addressed this in another video. So can we please give it a rest in the comments about Logan, please? The only reason why I reference his name again to say it for the 5th, 6th time is because I was influenced by that video. Ow, damn it. See, I gotta slow down. I was influenced by that video. I watched that video. I watched him do it. And I did the same thing like an idiot. But I did it. So I'm warning other people not to do what I did. To probably not use that device as your first cutting device. Maybe use something easier. Maybe use something where you drop it in and let it cut itself. But handheld devices probably stay clear of me. Anyways, I'm done talking about this. Please, y'all, please stop commenting this same comment in my video. And just send well wishes. And just leave it at that. But please, 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 for the love of God, please.
So I opened this app to see that creator So Angie7 uploaded a story time about her experience using what she calls Logan's cucumber cutting device. In the video, she says that she sliced her finger in a way that doctors said that she might lose nerve in her pinky or her pinky completely, which is really unfortunate. But she also goes on to say this, that Logan Cucumber's cutting device should be discontinued. And considering that the mandolin was invented in the 18th century by Joseph Guillotine, yes, that Joseph Guillotine, I don't think that it's going anywhere anytime soon. What you can do in the meantime, and I mean this in the least condescending way possible, there are more ergonomically friendly mandolins for the more novice mandolin user. There are also tools and contraptions that have been developed over the years that make it safer for the novice mandolin user. And there are also instructions.
So how many people on TikTok saw Logan's viral cucumber recipes and then sliced the tip of their finger off trying to use a mandolin slicer for the first time? Well, it's one more than you think. Seriously, these things are effing dangerous, man. It's like katana sharp. Just the tip of my pinky, staunching it with gauze, and somewhere in there is my fingerprint. So I transferred from this bowl to this bowl, and I couldn't find my fingerprint in there, so someone's gonna get a little extra protein when they have dinner tonight. Also, I have discovered that even when there's injury to just the tiniest of your fingers, it is very difficult when you need to use your good hand to apply pressure to the bad hand to keep it from bleeding everywhere while you try to find some gauze and bandages. You effectively have no hands. Fortunately, we've got the NHS here in Scotland, so I might pop in there later if this thing doesn't stitch up by itself. Well, what did we learn today? Well, those things are dangerous, I'm stupid, and Logan is a menace and threat to public health. But I'm still going to try one of those recipes because they look really good.
See, the thing about the cucumber lady cutting off her pinky, this is what I don't understand. You see Logan making the cucumber salad. You see him using the mandolin. So then you decide to use the mandolin as well. Why say, well, I see Logan holding the mandolin and using the cucumber like this, so I'm going to use it like this. That man has used the mandolin multiple times before. As a first-time user, why not read the instructions? The fact that she tried to fix her lips and gaslight us saying, oh, well, we've all used something and haven't read the directions. What? That may be true. It may be true. But at the same time, you think we're using a knife, a mandolin, something sharp, something so dangerous. For the first time, we're not reading the directions. We're not reading the directions. And then she's making 15 videos. We get it. You lost your pinky. It was a simple mistake. But why are you continually talking about, like, what's happening here? And why are you trying to blame the mandolin? Because it's you. You're the one who didn't read the directions. You're the one who decided to move like Nick Cannon in Drumline and try to learn how to use the mandolin just by looking at him. Like, what?
My cucumber of the day today is California roll. So there's imitation crab, avocado, Kewpie mayo.
Guys, I'm so excited. I made this salad again, but then this happened. Guys, I'm pretty sure I have to go to the emergency room.
There's been so many different takes on this. I would just say be careful with everything that you try. Be careful with food processors. Be careful with blenders. Be careful with mandolins. Be careful in what you're doing in the kitchen. Word of precaution, please learn from this. And yeah.